What's going on, world? I hope you are doing well. Hope you're feeling well. My name is Serial Sensei. Thank you for checking out my little corner of YouTube. If you like the content you see, please consider subscribing, hit a like button, drop a comment, hit the little notification bell thingy, all of that good stuff. And if you want to see me doing some gaming, I do that on this channel as well as my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Serial Sensei. And speaking of Twitch, this week's video won't be a gameplay video as I normally do. We're gonna switch it up, man. I wanted to do a quick, well, I say quick, but I ramble. We'll see how quick this actually is. But I wanted to do a quick video on a question that I see get asked pretty often when I'm lurking in people's Twitch chats, or participating in conversation if I feel like coming out of my little hole and actually talking. But a question that I see a lot of people ask is if you can become a successful streamer not streaming with a camera. And full disclosure, I'm not a Twitch partner. I don't have a ton of followers. I think I'm at like 399 right now, or 400, one of them two, somewhere around that ballpark. Not here to sell you no dream. I'm not here to do any of that. But I thought this was an interesting topic, considering that I'm someone who has been streaming for some years now and who does not stream with the camera. So I figure who better than me to talk about not streaming with the camera on Twitch. So I'm not gonna tell you if you should or if you shouldn't do what works for you. This is me just offering my little bit of insight, pros and cons, and just kind of a general discussion on streaming on Twitch without a camera. The video that you're seeing is actually from one of my Twitch VODs. This is of me playing Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, over here doing my sled races. Yetta, or Yeta, however you say her name, she's a cheater. You'll maybe see it later. I hate her, but just wanted to throw that out there. But yeah, I'm someone who does not stream with a camera. So just to jump right into it, I don't have any notes, just some mental notes that I took. I'm just kind of freestyling this. But to start, so people always ask, or some people ask, can you have a successful Twitch stream or be a successful Twitch streamer without using a camera? And I think that depends on what your definition of success is. Do you mean trying to make partner, trying to have thousands of followers, or are you just trying to have fun? Now, I can't answer that question for you. We all have our own definitions of success. We all have our own reasons for why we stream. Some of us, we want to make it a job. Some of us are just having fun. You might want to make it a little part-time gig. Whatever your reason is, that's up to you. I ain't getting in your business. But for me, for my definition of success, I would say pretty successful. Not great. Could be better. Always room for improvement. There are improvements I want to make and that I will make in the future. But I've managed to garner a nice little community. Nothing too crazy, but we have fun. As you can see, I got my little chat on the bottom right hand corner, interacting with the good folks in the chat. Appreciate y'all for always showing up. I've managed to get Twitch payouts, which I never thought I would get. Never thought I'd be able to make money off of gaming. So shout outs to everybody who told us back in the day, you never make money playing those video games. Hey, that small check I got that helped me pay for some emotes says otherwise. But realistically, there definitely are downsides to not having a camera. And so I'm just going to run through kind of the pros and cons of both, and you make your decision based on whatever works for you. If you're trying to make partner and you're trying to become a big streamer and you want this to become a full-time job where you're making, pretty substantial income, so on and so forth, then I would say yes, you probably want a camera. Now, are there Twitch partners and streamers who make good income without cameras? I don't know them. Doesn't mean they don't exist, and I'm pretty sure there are some. But if we're being realistic, those people are probably anomalies. I'm pretty sure if somebody could pull the numbers and you compare the number of Twitch partners who stream with a camera and who stream without, pretty sure it would heavily favor those who stream with a camera. And that is because a huge part of Twitch is that interaction. That there's something about when someone streams with a camera, it's just a little more personal. And a big part of Twitch is kind of you don't just watch live content on Twitch strictly for gameplay. If you wanted to do that, you could watch that here on YouTube. You go to Twitch to meet people, see people, interact with people live as they play the game. I'm recording this, October 30th. Halloween is tomorrow, at least at the time of this recording. So, people are going in the streams and watching everybody play, insert scary game here, Outlast, Resident Evil, whatever it is, that people are playing. And they want to see that live reaction to this crazy moment that they know is coming, but the streamer doesn't know. Or maybe nobody knows the moment's coming and everybody's shocked at the same time, but you get to see the streamer react to it and be afraid in real time, and you're getting that real time, that real time interaction, that real time feeling of what's happening. So when you don't stream with a camera, you do lose a part of that. And another thing that is a downside of not streaming with a camera is you get your window, sorry, I think I hit my microphone, your window of time to make a good first impression, that window significantly shortens when you do not have a camera. There are some people, some viewers, who will not even watch a stream if they don't have a camera. So you're gonna lose out on some of those people. And to be honest, it just kind of is what it is. It's just a part of the game. Some people, like I said, they come to Twitch, they want that live interaction with people. They don't want to just see just a screen and just hear a voice. They could go elsewhere for that. So without a camera, you are potentially losing two of the biggest aspects of what can make a Twitch streamer successful. And I don't say that to scare you away. Like I said, if you don't want to use a camera, do whatever works for you. You got your reasons. You have your definition of success. Whatever works for you. That's you'll hear me repeat that a lot. Whatever works for you. But I have to be fair in kind of the way that I assess this. Even as someone who does not use a camera, I understand that I have those two factors definitely working against me. But I will say, and something pointers I would like to give, not all hope is lost if you don't use a camera. What I will say is, if you don't use a camera, there are other areas of streaming that you are going to have to get good at. And you are going to have to get really good at them to kind of compensate for the lack of visuals and just the lack of that personal connection that some people feel when they click on a stream and they get to match the voice with a face and the expressions and the energy that comes with that. So to bring it back around, as someone who doesn't stream with a camera, and here's a lot of people asking about, can they run a Twitch stream and not have a camera? I would say yes, but be aware there are things that you are going to need to get good at. And I will offer some of those pointers because these are things that I think I'm pretty good at, and other streamers that I watch who don't use cameras are pretty good at. So one thing, real quick, I'll say with this, as much as I think using a camera will be to your benefit, little secret you may or may not have noticed, having a camera does not automatically make you entertaining. I'm pretty sure you've been into a stream, the person had a camera, you might have thought they was looking right at your chat, people in the chat going off, and the streamer ain't paying you one bit of attention. They ain't paying nobody attention. And I get it, it happens sometimes, you might be caught up in a boss fight, something, But we've all been to a stream where you've been looking at the streamer like, bruh, messages are flying in your chat and you have not looked at the screen in like 10, 15 minutes. So while I will say that, having a camera is definitely beneficial, having a camera does not automatically mean you're a good streamer. It does not automatically mean that you are entertaining. So what can you do if you don't have a camera, but you want to be entertaining? So one thing, and the main thing that I will tell you, you absolutely have to do, because you don't have a camera, you are at a disadvantage. But one thing you can do to make that good first impression and to help retain viewership for those who are willing to give a non-cam streamer a chance, you need to get really good at talking at all times. This means even if you go live and that view count stays at 0 for the first 10 minutes, you need to be running your mouth. You need to be talking. And I hear a lot of people ask, well, what should I talk about when there's no one in the chat, or if there are people like in my stream, but there's no, nothing really going on. Nobody's really talking. Better figure something out. But more concrete advice. This is why it helps to play games that you enjoy. I try to stream games that bring out interaction from me. So for example, me right now, on the screen, you see me racing, doing my sled race with Yetta. That pissed me off because I felt like she's a cheater. But I just tend to commentate the thoughts that are in the back of my head, and I just blurt them out loud. So I'm just giving this kind of my own play-by-play of what I'm thinking, during the race. It don't have to be a race, whatever game you're playing. Just what are you thinking while said events are happening, during what game you're playing? What's your strategy to try to get past the stage you're on, or the part of the game you're on, whatever may have you. Reacting to all of the real-time events. If you're playing a game that you are familiar with, you can go over lore of the game, why you like it so much. Just you have to get good at talking and filling in dead air, because you can't have no cam and don't talk. That's a double negative. You cannot not have a camera and not talk. No, that you can't do that. You gotta get used to talking. And I know for some people, it might be weird talking to yourself. Luckily for me, I have experience in podcasting, so talking to myself kind of, I don't want to say became the norm, but I got used to it. Got used to it really quick, so I don't really have to think twice about it. I know not everybody is a podcaster or has experience podcasting, but yeah, you have to get good at just talking. Like I said, talk about the game you're playing. Talk about your process. What are you thinking while you're trying to do what you're doing? What's your game plan? All those little thoughts you got in the back of your head while you're playing the game, you need to blurt them bad boys out. It might feel awkward. You might think it sounds awkward, but you ain't got no camera. People need something to go on. So them gums better be flapping. Those gums need to be moving. You need to be talking. So yeah, that's my first tip. Second tip, if you are not going to stream with a camera, another thing that you will need to get good at is reading your chat. And this is something that I see cameras and non-camera streamers do. A lot of people struggle with their chat, and if you ain't got no cam, bro, you can't do that. You need to be you need to be on point with reading your chat. And here's the thing, you're not going to catch every single message. We ain't perfect. Streamers are still just people. Some people you're gonna miss, especially if your chat is like really moving. You might miss a message here or two there, but you really are going to need to get good at responding to your messages. Going back to the point I made earlier about making good first impressions, if somebody walks into your chat and you don't have a camera, that for some people that's already strike one. This person ain't got no camera. If they walk into the chat and they say hi, or they type whatever they type, as long as it's not nothing crazy or offensive, and you don't respond to them. So now it's like, bro, you ain't got no cam, and you're not reading your chat. I'm definitely never coming back to the stream. Don't be that person. You need to get good at reading your chat. Without a camera, interaction between you and the chat is super essential. Like, you have to do it. Like I said, you cannot have the double negative of not having a camera and not interacting and talking. So you need to get good at just paying attention to the chat. It's kind of hard for me to offer tips. I don't really know what to tell people. Like, bro, just look at your chat. The most I can say that I've noticed, I ain't in your house. I ain't in your setup. I don't know what you got going on. But I've seen people. I'm lucky that I stream from a laptop. So even though I only have one monitor, I stream on my laptop and then I play the game on my TV. But I have my laptop on the left and I have my TV on the right. And just every few seconds, or every now and again, I don't have to break my neck, but just move my eyes over to the left, see if anything else popped up in the chat. You need to have your stream set up to where your chat is easily accessible for you to read it. I've been in people's streams where they might have their chat on like a phone or a tablet, which is cool, but don't have your phone on the floor or somewhere like you gotta look down and look away and you breaking your neck trying to look at the chat. Like, bro, your setup needs to be conducive to where your chat is visible, to where you can turn and quickly respond to messages people are sending you, because it gives off a terrible impression if people are typing in the chat, people are asking you questions, or they're commenting on what's going on in the game, and you just are lost. You just in the zone, not paying nobody any attention. And maybe for your, I guess, normal viewers, like the people who normally come to your channel, maybe they won't take offense to that. But for new viewers who are not familiar with you and they see you doing something like that, there is a slim chance that person is going to follow your channel, because that's just not a good first impression. Nobody wants to see somebody who isn't interacting with their chat. Once again, this is Twitch. A big, large, colossal part of Twitch is interacting with people and interacting with those that come into the stream. If people just wanted to watch gameplay, once again, just go to YouTube. You go to Twitch for that live interaction. So pay attention to the people in your chat. They're important. If you have no camera, you need to get good at that. Yeah, so there are advantages and disadvantages, but even without a mic, there are ways that you can, I'm not gonna say circumvent, because that's not the right word, but there are ways that you can still be entertaining, in your stream. Even if you don't have a cam, you can have nice overlays, which I need to work on. As you can see on my stream, I ain't got no overlays. It's just, if you watch the VOD, like if you actually watch the VOD, obviously this VOD ain't got no audio because I'm talking, but if you watch my VOD, it's just, me, the voice of God, and me playing the game and the sound from the game. I don't have any overlays or anything, but I know other streamers who don't use a cam that, they have cool overlays, they have nice alerts. So it's those other areas that you need to get good at. So having nice overlays, having fun alerts, having some dope emotes. Shout outs to me and my goose. I got the best goose emote on Twitch. If you think otherwise, come fight me. My goose emote's better than yours. If you got one, I don't care. But yeah, you have to find those other little pockets, those other little things about a stream that matter, that you are going to have to get, I'm not gonna say excessively good at, but you have to compensate for that lack of visual. You're losing the connection with the visual, but you can kind of compensate if you get better at those other things. You can kind of bridge that gap a little bit, so where the person will come into your chat, and even though they'll see you don't have a camera, they'll see that you have other things going on that make your stream interesting. It also helps a lot if you have things that you do outside of streaming. Once again, being able to fill in dead air. Now, I'm not saying just randomly in the middle of nowhere, out of nowhere, you just be like, yo, y'all go check out, try to do it within the flow of the conversation. But it helps that if you have things that you do outside of streaming, outside of gaming, maybe you do music, maybe you do art. For me, I write. I have a little Streamlab, little bot thing that goes off every 20 something minutes or 30 minutes. I don't remember what I have it set to. But, just remind people, hey, I got a book out, the Oddball Chronicles. It's on Amazon. If you want to read it, go here. And that might strike up a conversation, because some people will come into the stream, they don't know that I write. They don't know that I write books. So they might ask the question, hey, what's that book about? Oh, I didn't know you write. And now that's a whole conversation. And now I can have a conversation with that person. The chat's gonna get interested, in that conversation. And now we can all talk. Now we can all converse while I'm playing. And it helps create that good chatter to streamer environment that you want. You want that interaction. You want people. You want the back and forth. You want that back and forth, conversation to keep going, because that's what keeps people interested. So yeah, just like I said, man, those other just elements of streaming, interacting with your chat, having good commentary while you're playing the game, talking about your strategy, what the game's, what's going on with the story of the game, how you feel about the game, if it's a game you're familiar with, the lore, all of that, getting good at filling in that dead space, and then, being able to read your chat consistently, interact with people, make people feel welcome. And another thing, I almost forgot this. Because you don't have a camera, your what's the phrase I'm looking for? Your rate of error, or your leash, is a lot shorter. Like, I feel like people are less willing to tolerate small things because you don't have a camera, because, like I said, they're already losing out on that experience. So if you come in with a double negative, like I said, you're not interacting with chat and you don't have a camera, they're definitely gone. But because you don't have a camera, one thing you definitely cannot do on stream, bro, you cannot fumble raids. Oh, you can't do that. Really, nobody should. I don't care if you got a camera, no camera, whatever you streaming on. You cannot fumble raids. If you get raided and you ain't got no camera, you need to be given thanks. Do not be that person that gets raided and just, hey, hi, welcome to the channel. I'm not saying you got to get uncharacteristic. Like, if you're not a super hype person, I ain't saying you got to jump and scream and hit backflips. Well, they ain't gonna see you ain't got no camera. So if you hit a backflip, let's just you hit a backflip. But, I'm not saying you gotta, you gotta fake it, but just be gracious, man. Like, people took time to bring, their community, no matter how many people, I don't care if it's one person, 2 people, 5 people, 10 people, they took time to bring over their community to your channel. The least you could do, and this is really for any streamer, but especially if you only got a camera, because once again, you have to compensate for the other things that you're lacking in. You definitely need to show gratitude when somebody comes over and brings their community with a raid. So be thankful. Be thankful. Shout out the streamer. Shout outs to the people. Once again, keep up with your chat. When you get raided, I understand sometimes it's in the middle of an intense moment, but it is very important to acknowledge your chat. If you gotta pause the game, I know you don't want to do it. Sometimes I have trouble doing it. Even if I don't pause, I'll just look over to my chat and the boss might be hitting me with a 20 piece. You know what? That's fine, because I can fight him again. But you only get one chance to make that good first impression on these people coming to your channel. So when they come over, if you don't want to pause the game, just peek over, man. Look over to your chat. Try to thank people by name. Hopefully you can pronounce them. Some of y'all be having some wild names. I know we can't pronounce them all, but just acknowledge the people that come. That makes the viewer feel good when their chat, whatever they type, is being acknowledged, and you can say, hey, thank you, XX snowstorm. I don't know. I don't know what usernames y'all be having. But, thank you, insert viewer, for coming over to the channel. Shout outs to the person who rated you. You want to greet them and make them feel welcomed coming into your chat. Because once again, you want to retain viewers. You might not have a camera, but you can be more entertaining with someone who does have a camera. Because once again, just because you got a camera, doesn't mean that you're a good streamer. Doesn't mean that you're entertaining. Got plenty of people with cameras who are not entertaining. I ain't gonna say no names. Actually, I can't say no names because I don't watch them. But I've lurked in my fair share of Twitch channels that were not entertaining, and they definitely had cameras, but they just didn't. I don't know, maybe they just thought the camera was the only selling point. They didn't really do anything else to kind of make me want to stay there. But as long as you can get good at that engagement, talking and just making people feel welcome when they come into your chat, even if you don't have a camera, I think you can still be a successful streamer. Is your ceiling potentially smaller? Probably, if I'm being honest. Like I said, I don't know if you're trying to hit like partner and all of that, you're probably going to need a camera. There are some people who probably made it without it, but they're probably anomalies, and you're not them. Sorry, that might probably sounded rude, but it's true. You're not them, so you can't. You probably can't do that. You probably won't be able to get away with that. But can you build a moderate-sized community, and have a supportive community and get a couple payouts, make a couple dollars? You can definitely do that. But you gotta polish the microphone skills. You gotta polish those social skills. You gotta, just find other ways to make your stream experience unique, whether it be the games you play, different activities you do with your chat. I don't know. You gotta figure out your little, whatever your niche is, whatever it is that you're good at, you gotta find a way to bring that to your stream and make people excited about coming to your stream and attract. When newer people come in, it'll make them want to stay. For me, from what I've been told, I just listen to my viewers. I don't really know what I'm good at. I just go live and I just hope for the best. But people who come to my stream, those, older followers and newer ones, they all tell me that they enjoy my commentary while I'm playing games. So I try to play games that draw reactions out of me to make me commentate. Because there's some games that I play that might be a little too chill, and even though they're good games, it's just they might not be they're not the best games to stream. So me playing Zelda, I'm always interacting, saying something, playing Zelda, because it's always something going on. I feel like every time I'm playing Twilight Princess, something's always happening. So I have fun with it. I'm playing something I enjoy, so it's naturally getting reactions out of me, which it doesn't even make it. I don't even really think about how much I'm talking. It's natural because I'm naturally playing something that I like, and it's just me, just kind of, like I said, those little thoughts that are in the back of my head, just blurting them out. Just all the commentary in my head. I'm just thinking out loud, and people are just reacting to what I'm saying. So that's kind of like the experience of my channel. And whatever your little niche is, you can still find it. You don't need a camera to find your niche. Just make it sound interesting. People will come. And make it sound interesting enough, people will stay. But yeah, I've been rambling for a pretty good good amount of time here. So I just wanted to give that quick little spiel. So to wrap that all up in a bun, can you be a successful Twitch streamer without a camera? I believe you can. Your ceiling might be a little smaller, and eventually maybe you'll grow to want a camera. You don't gotta start that way. You might be just starting out. Do whatever works for you. But all I'm saying is, if you don't have a camera, you just need to be aware of certain limitations you may have, but other things that you can do to overcompensate for those limitations. So just talk to your chat. Be interactive. Make your stream sound fun. If you're enthusiastic, people will be enthusiastic about watching you. and they'll be enthusiastic about staying around. That's all I got. I ain't gonna talk y'all heads off. My name is Serial Sensei. I try to stream on Twitch on Mondays. What days I be streaming? Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, and I try to upload a video on YouTube every week. So if you want to check me out on the interwebs, those are the places I am. And if you want to follow me on social media, I'm at Serial Sensei everywhere. But I'm gonna get out of here. Once again, if you've liked this video and enjoyed the content, give it a like, drop a comment, all of that good stuff. And yeah, I'm getting out of here. So